You click that button. Like so. Oh, sorry, universe. And my housemate was delighted by the fact that he had received food. So, dear. Right, how are you all doing? Is it a glorious Monday? I ended up falling asleep after I finished working, and not cooking because I'm awful, truly terrible. That's what I am. But yeah, today we're going to be, of course, rambling incoherently for about 20 minutes. And then once we've finished rambling, we'll be playing CyberGen. In fact, we might not be rambling for 20 minutes. I might actually be reasonably quick off the mark. Or we might get into it very quickly. But I was thinking one thing about this arm, right, for the microphone. And I'd almost be better off just having like a very, very small arm, because you sometimes see those stands, right? Those wee stands that you have a thing on. But one of those that hooked onto the edge of the desk, so took up a little bit less desk room, would be quite cool now that I think about it. Or, well, much like I was saying last time, maybe putting it at the other side of the table and then having it jut straight out across the table might be good. But yeah, that's something I was thinking about. So yeah, we're going to be playing some CyberGeneration today. We're going to pick up the crew where they left off, and where they left off was they'd just broken into the back of an arcade. So they'd gone to the arcade, and at the arcade they'd discovered that there was a moment where everyone went weird, and some of the characters ended up going into like a weird other realm, right? And now. And after that, they broke into the back of this arcade and found... What did they find? Let's have a quick look at the journal entry. That's the wrong thing. That one, although I need to turn camo on. Camo. Bring us camo. Turn on camo. Yes, oh, come on. So we got camo. 9th, 10th. I actually got a new subscriber on YouTube the other day. That's the first in like a month. Ooh, amazing! Up to 76. How thrilling! Yeah. And they clearly must have watched something for a little while, because my watch time went up a little bit. Oh, amazing! What's a slime to do? So popular. So many things going on. But yeah, what did we get? So we got access to the back office. If we remember, we drew a little picture of the back office as well. But here's the arcade back office. Yes. I think it's funny that this doesn't work. But hey, we can click on this, and this will work. It works when we're in here, right? So we've exited via this exit, and in the room, did we find anything interesting? I think we found a data chip, right? What is it to be alive? Scene 3. We gained access to the room. We booped the door. For a moment, it was almost as if the door opened itself, or someone remotely opened it, because we were being watched remotely. For a moment, it looks like... here we go. Kids are going to try and gain access to the back office. The mole cop got distracted by the kids, and the rest of them broke in. For a moment, it looks like it's not going to work. When the security mole guard's about to reappear, the door opens, and the 3 of them snook in. Right? So that was that. Then there's a couple of people back there. We got them to run away. and we found an encrypted data chip. Even without virtuality, the second door, so there was another door in here, this door, was two techers to break through. And so we left via the exit. And then we made a roll, and it got us an unexpected random event, which is a move away from a thread, and excitement and tactics were the modifiers on it. So, not sure whether that was. So how did we roll that one? We go to here. Unexpected random event. Move away from a thread. Is it possible to? Oh, right. Okay. So is it possible to open the door? No. Unexpected random event. Excited and tactics. So this should actually happen before we roll for the next scene. So this is actually still inside scene 3. What threads did we have? And I was thinking about whether or not we needed to add or remove some threads. So we had the new marketing system. And I think the whole fact that the door is too fancy to get through is why we're moving away from a thread. So we need to kind of get away from this location. Excitement. So I think we're probably there's probably some kind of pew pew pew. Some kind of threat occurs. Tactics. I'm not sure about tactics. Oh well, I mean the entire thing is going to have a tactic of whoever's watching. So what we should do is, I suppose, edit. Have we already got this open for editing? I don't think I have. No, there we go. If we open this up for editing, and then realise once again the reason why I'm not sure about where I want to have the. Oh, also, this is probably worth. I printed out the kids. So we've got Slip's character sheet. We've got Oak's character sheet. We got Fade's character sheet. We got Chips. We got Charm, and we got Sin, and then we've got the location creator and the monster creator. We could probably put the location creator to good use as well at some point. It feels like a place where we might be able to put it to some good use. I don't think I need these for this game. Probably not. Put them away. Put them over to the side. Well, that's a dry erase mark. That doesn't go in here. So yeah, cool. Top bananas. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I need another drink of Coke. 1995. There's a year. I was very much in secondary school then. Very much in secondary school. So I don't think I need any D6s for this. I don't think I need a D12. What do I need a D12 for? Oh, the random table in unfathomable depths. Unfathomable. Operation Unfathomable. We just need the D100. That's all we really need. For both this and for random tables, if necessary. I was looking through... Yeah, I'll stop rambling and we'll start adventuring. So, I'm going to say the mole cop opens the door and starts heading into the starts heading up. Here we go. Starts heading up this pathway, right? They come through the door to check on what's going on, and all the lights are out in here, right? Because we'd set this to be dark using the local net, right? So he's going to be like, let's give him an awareness roll. We'll probably say his awareness is like 3 because he's a mole security guard, and his what's the stat? Cool, I think. Awareness runs off of. So it's cool. It's probably, you know, yeah, 6. So starts with a 10. I reckon this is a 15 difficulty. 13. So he's not feeling agitated by this situation. He's kind of like, oh no, this is, you know, sometimes the lights just go out. He's kind of clomping up this thing, being like, the lights have gone out again. What on earth's going on here? And heading up to this door. So, GM question, right? Does this secure door just open, right? Does it just open up, right? That's a question here. Does the secure door just open up? Does the secure door just open up? So we're not going to worry about the new chaos ranges yet. Does the door just open up? Question mark. So the security. Hold on. Control X. This actually goes after this. This hasn't happened. So that's not happened yet, right? So we decide to leave via the exit, and as we go up to that door, they see the security guy come through this door. And the question is, does the door just open up, right? Yeah. Have a look. 37. Yes. So this door opens. This is a small area. Our question will be... what's on the other side of the door? That's the question. If we go to the mythic thingy-majiggy, here we go. Discover means probably description we probably want to roll. Yeah, descriptions. I think that's probably do. 81. 74 old. Right, okay. Playfully old. So I reckon this next room that we go into, right, behind this big complex door, there's loads of like, fiddlesticks. I can't do it with my offhand. I'm trying to use my left hand for stuff, and it doesn't work for. I don't like this thing. Maybe I should get a simpler, just like a Miro or something for a graphical board, but we'll see. So we're in here, and with playful and old, I think with this room, so yes, it leads into a room full of old gaming hardware, right? So old arcade machines, consoles, etc. And the group go in because, you know, there's no other way out unless they want to kind of like just run past the security guard and you know, the door's open now, so you know all this stuff is kind of like piled up over here, over on this side. All right, so this is where all there's like shelving along this room, and there's like a table here with console stuff on with little wheels on it, and yeah, that's probably not quite that long. So, question is, on this door, is the door unlocked? Right. I keep on losing my fake questions. There it is. Is the door locked? Question mark. 99. No. In fact, the door swings open. So this door just opens itself, right? So, woink. Twink. Quick one in this room. Does this room have multiple exits? Question mark. Well, hold on, let's think about it. The wall of the arcade is probably like something like this, right? And normally these are quite small back here, but clearly they've got extra room. So I mean, I reckon I should go with my expectations, right? So I think through this door is a small office. Yoink. Small office with a chair. Right. It's got like a terminal on it. Got a terminal on here. And I guess the question is, fiddlesticks. Is there anything interesting in here? It's probably the. Is there anything interesting in here? Question mark. Fake question. No. Yes. Very yes. Okay, what is it? Objects. Roll. Creepy. Horrible. Creepy and horrible. So I'm going to say that there's a kind of a musky smell. So they turn off their Vitrodes, and the walls are all covered in view screens, right? And on these view screens there are lots of kids in seems to be live feeds of kids in seats with like screens in front of them, kind of pouring stuff into their eyes. They're all sat there, kind of like zombies, right? And that's so let's just put a note. Is there anything interesting in here? Yes! Exclamation mark. And it's creepy, horrible, which we're saying. Whereas without Vitrodes on there are live screens of kids strapped into chairs, sci-fi looking chairs with images being streamed into their eyes, like that movie Clockwork Orange, right? That's what I think about. Clockwork Orange. Who have we got with us again in here? We've got clip, fade, and slip, right? So we've got not you, chip, even not clip, chip, fade, and slip. So we've got these three in there. Oops. And these three on the other side. Let me just check something. Yeah. Okay, well, I reckon that their reactions are going, what the hell is this? But probably more middle American. Whatever the Americans sound like. When they're surprised. Young and surprised. Fade is the youngest. I reckon that they're all, what are their empathies? 4, cool 4, 7, 6, 8, 4. I reckon a fearless leader roll from them all targets 15. So Slip's got a fearless leader of 6 and a cool of 7, so that's 13. So she needs a 2 or more. That's a 1. So she failed that roll. Facer has a fearless leader of 0 and a cool of 4, so they need a 10. They get a 5. And then Chip has a 4 and a 0, so they get an 8, but they still don't get a 10. So all the Jews are pretty shaken by what they're seeing, and they probably just want to get the hell out of here. So they're going to immediately head back, right? Because they're like, what the hell is this? This is not something that we want to be involved with. This is scary. We want to get out. And I reckon they're going to get back to this here door, right? And this door is locked. Right? That's my expectation there. I'm following the expectation. Returning to the door, finds it locked. So, question, is there a creepy voice over the intercom? Question mark, right? Let's see. Is there a creepy voice over the intercom? Mm-hmm. Yes, there is. We thought there probably would be. Oh, welcome, children, to my lair. How it's wonderful to have new research options, new material. And they're like, what the hell is this? What's going on? Scared children noises, as is Norm's. And there's something strange about you. You're not like the other ones. I can see through my various scanning devices. Oh, I'm so pleased to have you visit. Oh, wonderful. Please explore some more. You'll find yourself surrounded by fun and interesting things. Yeah, they will, just get rid of that. What's... uninteresting, that's what that is. So, there's this voice over the thing. It's like, we're gonna... please feel free to continue exploring. Don't leave yet. And they're like, let us the hell out. We're like, oh, do you want us to call? I can call Buralock to come and collect you. I'm sure that's almost certainly what it is that makes you so unique, isn't it? Well, would you like to be returned to Buralock? And they kind of like grumble and push forward through this door. Right? Now, I kind of think of this as I said this door, I mean, this door here, I think that it's kind of a small region, so let's just roll, what's in this room? What's in this next room? We roll 3d10. I know I'm probably overusing this location table, but you know, I'm going to add 3 to it to start with. So maybe 4, 5, 6, maybe even plus 6. Plus 6. Yeah. 3, so that's a 9. Object descriptor. So we head through this room. I reckon it's kind of big. We don't know how many doors we'll figure out later. Right. So it's an object descriptor. Oh, yes. 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 A voice welcomes them in and celebrates the arrival of new research material. Threatens them with Burelock if they try to escape. Right. Cool. So we go in here, and should I? Yeah, fine. Let's. Oh yeah. So we had an object descriptor, room, PP plus. What were we on? +3 or +6? I can't remember. If it's an object descriptor, no, I think we're on +6, right? So object descriptor 8 plus 6 is 14. Another object descriptor, 2 objects, and then 3 plus 3, 3 object descriptors in here. Okay. First one is 38. Oh, I should probably change the audio. Have I got I've not ordered this. That's annoying. Have we got RPG audios? Where have we? Well, we do somewhere because we're listening to some of it. There we go. That one. Loop in. Playlist. Atmosphere. Dreary. Sci-fi, steampunk. Have we got suspense? Ooh, all suspense. Investigation. Mystical, ritual, rustic. I think investigation might be good. Let's stop this one and go to suspense, investigation. You shouldn't be here. That sounds. No, you shouldn't be here. What's this one like? Okay, we can live with this. I mean, not very sci-fi, but yeah, gives you the mood. The daily can of Coca-Cola is finished. So sayers us all. Oh, I should probably have remembered to tell people that I was streaming. Oh well, let's do that now. YouTube. Dear. I always forget to do this kind of admin side of things. View my channel. This is probably a quicker way of getting where I want to be. If I go here, and there it is, already here. Copy. Threads. I'm going to thread. I already went to Threads. It's the only place where I still have a social presence. Not that anyone's bothered, but streaming some solo CyberGeneration. Post. The stream. V-stream's where I tend to get the most viewers, but I think that's mainly because the V-stream audience is quite nice and they'll pop in and just sit around for a little while. My channel. Live streams. That one. There we go. Copy. Live stream. Yeah, we're even in here now. If we go to feed. Oh, yes. And we'll do our... Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I forgot. Paste. Yes, I forgot. I forgot, but I have not forgot. There we go. There we go. Job done. Job done. Things pasted and posted. We can't say that I didn't do my part, can we? I did my part. I turned up. I've spoken. We're making some objects. What's the first object? The first object is a 73. Protected 50. A protected light. Interesting. Protected light. What's the next one? 73. It's protected again. A protected 15. That's a 28. 28? That doesn't mean anything. 79. 96. 59. Sometimes you kind of get two words, and it's like 85. That'll do. Protected storage. Protected storage, and what's the last one? 48. Inactive 68. Peaceful, that doesn't make any sense. 53. Meaningful. We'll go for mechanical, which is the next one. So that was a inactive mechanical. Inactive mechanical. So I think the last one's the easiest one. The first one's the weirdest one. The second one's pretty easy. There's a sealed set of cupboards. That doesn't feel sci-fi-ish enough, right? So sealed lockers along one wall with an array of not holographic, with an array of flat screen information on them with squiggly lines, right? Protected light. I reckon that's the protected light is there are infrared alarm systems, right? And then last, inactive mechanical. So I reckon there's one of those one of those chairs that they saw on the screens earlier, right? So that kind of feels like what's in here. Alright, that's why. So if we go here and we go door, I reckon the boxes are here, right? For kind of lockers, tall lockers, with squiggly lines on the front. Up there, and some along here. Like so. What's the other thing we had in here? Oh yeah, the chair, right? And then like the chair's here in the middle. Like so. Right, and it's kind of like an array of... It's kind of like an array of screens around around here. Right. Screens. And like cables and stuff. Cables, lots of cables. Cables all over the place. They have not discovered the art of the Wi-Fi's. They are all about the cables. All the cables, all of the time. If there's no cable, there's no purpose. No possibility, no options, no future. Just cables. So yeah, that feels like what's going on there. Question: are there kids in the weird lockers? Are there kids in the weird lockers? Question mark. So Slip goes over and kind of like rubs the little screen on 89. That's a no. Right, okay. Well, this is one of those things where I roll and I get a no and I don't know what the no should be. What the alternative is. What else could be in the lockers? Nothing interesting. It's way more cliche if there are kids in the lockers. Maybe I no. No, we're just going to go... I shouldn't have rolled for that. Because I think my expectation is far more interesting than any alternative that I could think about, right? So, are the kids in weird lockers? Yes, of course there are. Yes. Yes. Each locker has a juve in it. And I reckon that they're gonna try and get like, oh my god, what on earth is this? And they're gonna try and wrestle, kind of get one open. And there's a voice that comes over the thing as Chips looks at it, starts trying to come up with a way of breaking through. Using their kit bash, and the voice goes, ha ha ha, I wouldn't try that if I was you. It'll almost certainly end up in an unfortunate situation. And those tubes are maintaining their systems. You wouldn't want them to simply die, would you? You don't look like a crash trauma team to me. And Slip kind of, who the hell are you? And it's like, ha 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 ha. I'm just a simple marketeer. That's all I am. Please continue. If one of you would like to take a seat, and we could get this show on the road. And they're like, hell no. And we're like, well, I could just turn off the life support on one of these tubes at random. Would you enjoy that? Which one should I pick? And the little lights on the each of them like has a number, little numbers on the top, so we start to go beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, as it goes around and gets faster. Round and round we go. Who will it be? Only you can tell. And I expect, despite her failure on her fearless leader role earlier, I expect Slip will volunteer for the chair. Wonderful! Oh, just what we're after. And she cautiously takes a seat, right? And the others are like, "What the hell are you doing?" And she's like, "Well, we can't let whoever this is just kill these people." And the voice is like, "Of course, see, you can't just let me kill people. That would be terrible." And the machine kind of lifts over her head, and the screens start to flicker and do stuff. And the Tinkertot, whilst oh yes, this information is fascinating. What on earth has happened to you, young lady? Oh, has this got to do with that strange illness that's going around? I've sealed myself away. You see, I couldn't possibly expose myself to this kind of trouble. And I reckon the others are going to come to this door and try this door, right? And I reckon this door's closed, but it's got a security device on it, right? I reckon it's like a security device. And I think, first off, as the machine starts going and it starts doing whatever weird stuff it's doing to Slip's brain, she'll need to make a fearless leader roll. So that's kind of the closest thing that they have to yeah. That's a 1 again. She's really not very lucky. So her she just kind of like looks like she completely zones out as the machine starts doing whatever it is the machine is doing. And the kid's looking back at her, and rolled a 10 next. Right, so the Chip is going to start working to see if he can get through the door. And he gets a 10 on his roll, his kit bash roll, to get the door open. So I reckon with a 10, it's plus for 6, plus for 7, which is their... so we've got a kit bash of 6, a tech of 7, 10 takes us up to 23, and it's an auto success. So they managed to open this door, right? And I would expect in this room to be the crazy net runner on like a bed with screens around them, in like a full bodysuit, and like a little kitchenette over here. Kitchenette. And all the rest of the mod cons, right? And he's, Slip is entirely unconscious and unable to do it, not making any rolls. She's being thoroughly reprogrammed by the Netrunner, right? Made to love whatever it is that they're trying to sell. And I reckon, what the hell are we going to do? Fade is like looking down at this guy who's in this seat, and the question is, it's likely that he'll notice that the Jews are in his room. Fate question: has he noticed the Jews in his room? Question mark. I reckon that's a likely. Very likely to chat. 75, yes. Okay, so he has. Almost didn't, but he did. So yes, he notices them. Does he have lethal countermeasures in his room? Next question. So does the hacker notice him? Wait. So we've missed out some bits on here, right? So Slip is forced to get into the chair to save the other Jews. Chip and Fade break through the door. Does the hacker notice him? Yes. Does the room have lethal defenses? Question mark. Does the room have lethal defenses? I think it's unlikely. But it could have. Unlikely. 34. Yes, it has lethal defenses. Alright, so I reckon it's got an automated turret, right? So they open the door, And then the automated turret points at them. And they need to make a... Well, they need to make a jock stuff roll. So reflex jock stuff, and that's not going to go very well for them because Chip's jock stuff is 2, but their reflexes is 5, and Fade's jock stuff is nothing, and their reflexes are 7. And I reckon this is a 15 difficulty roll to not get this thing, not get shot by this thing. So this just means we're actually gonna have to read the getting shot rules, doesn't it? So Tinkertot leaps out of the way. Well, the thing starts shooting. Let's see what they do. With a 3, so 2 plus 5, 7. It's a 10 on their roll. And Fade's roll, what does he roll? He rolls a 2 plus 7, so it's a 9. Neither of those are very good dice rolls, so we can probably suspect that they have been shot. This means that I need to go over there and get the book. So 1 second. Those pesky, what are they called? What is he? He's a netrunner. These pesky netrunners and their automated defense systems. Again, I'm trying to find somewhere comfortable where I can look through the book without covering everything up. If we just here, like so, rest you up against my chest. Like this, yes? You're feeling close? Very close? Not so close. Not so close at all. That's fine. Let's find... healing and getting better. That sounds like something that comes after getting shot. Wound damage table. Here we go. I reckon this is like a light pistol. SMG. So you roll a d10, and it does that on there. And then, hold on. Armor. We can rage that we're all wearing, like, soft armor, right? So we can reckon we're all wearing soft armor. So how does this work? Damage. CyberGeneration uses a fast damage system that only uses one kind of damage, D10. You can use weapons from Cyberpunk interchangeably. Damage is taken from a total number of wounds equal to your character's body score. In CyberGeneration, most weapons fall into 14 levels of damage. When hit, roll a d10, compare the roll to the types of weapon listed, and subtract the indicated number from your character's wounds, body. Which brings us to, at 0 wounds, a character passes out. At -4 wounds, they are dead. Okay, fine. So we roll a d10 for each of them on this. So fiddlesticks. So that's a 7. Well, no, 10. Okay, right. So that's a 5 -2, 3 wounds on the first one. Chip was probably the one who opened the door. So Chip takes 3 wounds. It's funny. So I guess we don't use this measure anymore, right? We're just taking it off of the body. Their body is 4. They're down to 1. Woohoo! Thank you for the armor, people. I can't use my left hand, but... So that's a 1. And Fade... 3. Okay, so that sounds like it's not as much damage. 3, 1 minus 2, that's a 0. Okay. So yeah, it goes. What does this do? Plus damage, bonus die. Die roll. Add hand tap. So plus damage, bonus to die roll. Body. Oh right, okay. So that's, I guess, if it's melee. Okay. Beep boop beep boop beep 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 boop. So it goes, and they do kind of, they attempt to get out of the way, but they don't really. And Kit, not Kit. That's a great name, though. I like Kit. That's a good name. Maybe we should use Kit as a name later. Chip gets blapped and almost dead. Well, almost unconscious. Whoa. Fade doesn't take any damage, so it only like skims their jacket, and they get out of the way. Ooh, you don't want to go in there. Very dangerous, kids. And they prop themselves up against the wall. So what are they going to do? As Slip is enjoying the full interactive, full brain shopping experience, right? You can see like on the screens her brain's being like reconstructed in great detail, right? Creating maybe creating a virtual Slip. Let's see. It's a difficulty 20 roll now for her. 3 plus 6, 9 plus that 16. So she's very much not with it at the moment. So that's exciting. So I reckon Chip is going to go astral, or cyber in this case, and attempt to probably, what do you think? Probably. There's not much point in doing that to the Jews. So there's not much point in asking the computers to release the Jews. That doesn't seem particularly useful right now. I reckon the chair machine is directly wired into the Netrunner. So I reckon we could ask the life support, the life maintenance system that the Netrunner has to what do you think he's got? Probably like a I know what he's almost certainly got. He's almost certainly got some kind of dirty pleasure machine, doesn't he? Yeah, almost certainly, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to tell the dirty pleasure machine to do its thing, right? That sounds like something that can, upset his moment. Or should we just ask the gun to turn off? Should we try and make the gun turn off? It's probably far more effective to just try and turn the gun off, right? So that's going to be wizard plus tech, so that's an 8. And I reckon it's difficulty 15, so we need 7, right? 10. Oh, whilst Slip is getting the worst rolls going, Chip is getting amazing rolls. So Chip gets a 10, right? Stumbles round the corner, bleeding all over the floor, and grabs the neck cables that are plugged into the guy's neck and just yanks them all out, right? And all his machines start going. Brrr. And then they head into here, and this machine is still. They rush back in here, and this machine's going. But they start unbuckling slip from the machine. And I reckon all these machines are starting to go beep, 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 beep. So I reckon Fade is going to use their manipulation power to actually there's probably a computer. I expect there's a manual system in. Let's go ask, right? Is there a manual system in? Is there a manual release system in the Netrunner's room? Question mark. Yes. And I reckon it's kind of unsure. We'll go with unsure. Might not be. It could all just be fully thingy. 74. No, there isn't. There isn't one in the Netrunner's room. So I reckon there's only a virtual one that Fade is like you're gonna have to interface with this system online because they're not. There's no control in the other room, and Chip's like shit, right? And they're gonna try and do this, right? So that's a 3, 10, 11, right? So I reckon it's not great, but I do think that CyberGeneration has a succeed with a cost option. I think there's something to do with luck, right? Let's have a quick check. Little quick check. Can Chip push themselves? There's no index. That's irritating, isn't it? Running the game. Where are you running the game? You're in here somewhere. Shooting, doing things. Here we go. Opposed check, critical successes or failures. You may apply one skill each time. Opposed task skill checks. Timing the game. Learning edge runner skills. Opposed checks, critical successes or failures, stat checks. Sometimes a character relies on raw ability. Skill checks. What do you do with luck? Yoganger, fighting edge runners, not great. Damage, beam weapons. Oh, beam weapons. Facings, genius guns. Super fast combat resolutions. Healing, drugs, doing things in the net. Moving around the net. Software. Hardware. Night City data forts. Code slingers and code guns. Oh yeah, that's something we should play around with. Something to bear in mind. You need to remember that. Code slingers and code guns. Virtuality combat. So that's a whole thing again. We need to get better at using virtuality. Okay, well, I'm going to treat it kind of like a bit like a success with a cost, right? I reckon that some of the machines they managed to Chip manages to get half the machines to open up, right? Via the process activating, but like half the machines aren't, and yeah, they're panicking and stuff's going bad. There's of course no doubt alarms going off somewhere in a corporate headquarters, and so Fade is going to try and use their alchemist abilities to deactivate the locks on the other doors, right? 4, I think that's an intelligence roll, right? 4, 10, 11. Again, we don't get all of them, right? So I reckon we managed to get like another half. So we got like 3/4 of the doors open. The others just go dark, and the little squiggly lines stop, and the Jews that have been released are like, what on earth is going on? Oh, I was just gaming, and then I was here, and Fade and Chip are looking at the monitors that have stopped working, and it dawns on them what's happened, right? And then we turn to Slip, and Slip's still kind of slumped in the chair, and try and get her out. The other kids are just legging it because once they're like, what the hell? 6. I think we're looking at jock stuff roll. They're both working together, so we'll give them plus 1 for that. So 7 plus 2 on them, 8, 9 plus body of 1, 10. Their body 3. So I reckon it takes them a few minutes to open this up. By the time that they've opened it up, the security guard comes running in, right? I reckon the security guard comes running in through here. Ooh, get you back on this screen. Security guard comes running in through this door, all right, with mole security. He's like, what the fuck? What's going on in here? As kids go out, run, as the Jews have already run out. It's just for three of them now with Slip in her arms and Chip bleeding. Now I reckon this is when Facer Boy is gonna do his thing. He'll be like, there's a madman in here, and they captured us all, and they put us in these things, and we're gonna run, quick, run, please, protect us, right? It's gonna be his thing, so that's empathy, little angel, and I reckon 15, 4 plus 5, 9 plus 8. That's enough, right? So the security cop goes into the room, and they kind of run away, right? They leg it out of here. Locking, kind of closing the door behind them as they go, and hoping that they can get out. And they exit through the main entrance, right? Through this entrance and meet up with the others. Now, that's the end of the scene. So, quarter of the Jews don't make it out of the cubes. This will no doubt away on the consciences of Fade and Chip. Contentious, not contentious, I can't remember. Consciences of the other Jews. So I reckon the chaos rating goes up, so it goes to 7, and the new scene expectations. Scene expectations. Trying to get Chip and Slip to a what should we call him? Street dog, right? Street dog. So a couple of things. They probably don't really know any street dogs because Facer, Tinkertot, Beaver Brat, Eco Raider might. But Oak's way young. Beastie mate. Beastie is in, and so Sin is the answer, right? So they've got network at 4. I should probably give them a higher 4, 6, 10. I reckon they're going to need a 15 to find a trustworthy Ripper dog. They get a 15. Okay. So, right. So they know a Ripper dog, right? So they know one. So see an expectation, they go, we know one, right? So we know one. But let's test the expectation, right? So we need to push chaos factor up to 7 and call for a scene alteration check. To chat. 1. That was scene is altered. Trying to get Chip, so the scene is getting to a street dog, right? Was the expected scene get to a street dog for Chip and Slip. We do know one. We go there. There's an alteration to the scene. The scene alteration will be... The scene alteration will be... instead of the surgery looking run down, it actually looks quite sophisticated. Right? And you get some water, so I will BRB. Watergate. And I'm back. How are you doing? Still doing well? I hope so. So what happens at the street dock? Well, can the dock get Slip to come around? Question mark. 63. Yes. Okay. All right. So we can get Slip to come around. Yeah, can Can the dock get slipped to come around? Yes. And I reckon the dock can fix up Chip, right? Gee, kid, you got a bullet hole in you, and you doing some gangbanger stuff? And they're like, ha ha ha, yes, sure, just fix it. And so he sprays for gel on the wound, and it kind of starts to heal up. Lucky it is a pretty small bullet. Yes, yeah, very lucky it is a pretty small bullet, he says. They say. What were you doing? We were just at the local arcade. Oh, there's the one on the news, he says, pointing at the news. And there's a look of the arcade, apparently. News 55. Jews. What does it probably say? News 55. Probably just what it probably says is sugar. I just pulled my arm out of the little place where it lives. To which I mean the microphone arm, not my actual arm. Because that would be terrible. If I pulled my arm out, that would be quite problematic, quite painful, I reckon. But I didn't. It probably says right, employer attacked by highly violent juvenile gang is probably what the news article is saying. And we're like, but that's not true. And you kids have a lot to learn about the news in Night City, and they're kind of surprised. Let's. I reckon no one's seen adjusts. I guess the question is, are Night City PD following up? Question mark. Fake question. Paste. 29. Yes. Yes. Did the corpo clean up before the PD got there? Slash. Question mark. Fake question. Paste. Chat. Exceptionally yes. Okay. I think because it's an exceptionally yes. Yeah. The police helped them clean up. Right. So we got dirty cops. And I reckon after everyone gets healed up, they go back to the sewer works to collect their thoughts, right? So Jews head back to the house to collect their thoughts and to try and figure out what is going on. Full stop. Right? That feels like a thing. And I reckon this kind of indicates it's kind of like a relaxation and collecting of thoughts so I reckon they put the encrypted file on the network on the net to see if anyone can decrypt it. Does anyone do so? Question mark. Right. Fake question. Does anyone decrypt the file for them? 11. Unexpected event. Uh-oh. Remote event. That makes sense. 38. Inform. Uh-oh. Good. Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, okay. Does anyone do so? Exceptional, yes. Exceptional, yes. Right, and they send the file back, telling them that this is a research project into new deep marketing techniques. They are practicing programming, practicing remote programming of brains over the virtuality network. So the virtuality is like augmented reality +1, right? So that's kind of that. So that's what's going on there. But what's the good informing, right? So I reckon that this hacker, this netrunner gives them their what would we call their NetSpace Dropbox key. So in the future, they can just deposit this kind of thing with less risk of triggering the net cops, right? So I reckon also the remote event is this hacker telling members of their collective to look out for the Jews if they get into too much heat, right? So that's something to bear in mind, right? So there's an anarchist hacker collective kind of out on the Jews side, right? So they're out there trying to keep the Jews in one piece. It's Netwatch, right? But okay, so I reckon and the group has like a group session, right? So they all kind of sit around and talk about what happened and see if they can collect their information, and they all kind of gather around the three who kind of took the brunt of the chaos, right? And kind of help them out. Did we also find? Do we know what corporation's behind all this? I can't remember. Scroll back up to the top. Set up virtual wonderland, mind controller, conference center, prevent an atrocity. A Cobra Watch any closer to finding us? No, we've given up. Netwatch helps the IFCCC. What else? Most of the Jews, retro future arcades and platforms. The entertainment corporation responsible is retro future arcades and platforms. I guess the question is, who's the company? I'm kind of presuming we find out who the company is behind the research, who's funding the research. So, who is funding the research? Is there a good table to roll on? Traits and flaws, descriptors, maybe. Multiple violent. Okay, who is funding the research? Not Militech. If we go Delta Arms International. National and All Channel Communications Incorporated Inc. Right. So what are the Jews gonna do? Question mark. Let me just check for Jews a minute. Smart decryptors, snoop box, set of mag grapples. What have you got? You've got nothing really exciting for this, and you've got smart goggles. So, yeah, okay. Can Chip get the video data out of the VTROD system? Let's see. So that's 7 plus 6, 13. I reckon this is a 15 difficulty, 8. So yes, so they could get like the information from the scene. So what they're gonna do? What are the Jews gonna do about it? They're gonna broadcast the data from their. They're going to broadcast the data from their VTRODs on the scene and the accompanying data chip, right? Not chat, data chip. So they've already kind of figured out that at the very least the corporation isn't going to do anything about the actual crime themselves. So they're going to have to get it published again by their Vidiot mates down at the mall. And I reckon, yeah, that'll be the next scene, right? Next scene. So I also think that chaos rating goes down. Chaos rating goes down. And next expected scene is Jews getting the Vidiots to air their TV show Hack the Planets. If you know, you know. With Jolt Cola, almost certainly. While drinking Jolt Cola. Right. Let's test for scene. So chaos factor goes down by 1. Scene alteration to chat. Let's see how we go. 6. Interruption event. Uh-oh. NPC positive. Okay. 98. Overthrow. Interesting. 91. NPC positive. Okay, character list. Roll. Alright, the Street Fighter that went their own way. Do we still care about that Street Fighter? I guess we do, right? So, off scene, interruption, NPC positive. So, interruption, NPC positive, former Street Fighter. So that's overthrow, and weapons. So their father was in charge of a minor crime organization, and they have just the Street Fighter has taken over that organization by removing their parents and their allies. So normally you kind of presume Street Fighters are good guys, but I mean they're not necessarily good guys. We've just watched way too many anime. That's kind of a problem with Street Fighters. And there's nothing so... Well, I said too much, but there's no such thing. How can you ever have too much animes? With great difficulty. So I don't think that's going to have any effect immediately on the main story, right? Because I reckon that's side news for... There's this really... So there's an interesting thing that I'll probably work on, which is adding news feeds to your Mythic campaign, which will let you which lets other things to be going on in the world that you can interact with when they become relevant, right? So for example, just like this one, there's the Street Fighter's taken over their crime family. Another one that happened in this is Bureaulock getting more funding from the Incorporated States government, which means there is more chance of being captured. There's more money being put in for Bureau of Relocation, and generally, that's something that's going on in the background. So we should probably build like news. I'll build news feeds for both of those and continue building those out as time goes. Also, kind of capturing stuff like Cobra Worth and what's going on with them off screen until we interact with them again, right? So the next scene, so we roll on to the next scene, which is the Jews. Again, I reckon we test for a scene alteration. We're still at 6 because I don't really feel like the last one did anything. Oh goodness, the scene is altered. Oh well, the scene's only altered, right? So I reckon the alteration of the scene is they've run out of Jolt Cola and they're having to drink. So they've run out of Jolt Cola, and instead are having to drink what are we drinking instead? They're drinking Volt Cola. Yeah, they're having to drink Volt Cola instead of Jolt Cola because Jolt Cola has run out. So that's what they're doing. I should really put kind of scene numbers at the top of all. Oh no, scene 3. Okay, we're at scene 3. This is scene 4. Scene 4. We're using heading 2. I think we're probably using heading 2. We're using heading 2. There we go. Keep it all nice and ordered. It's easy to keep it ordered now than scene 5. Scene 5 rather than trying to do it later. Right, cool. Scene 5. Character tables, location tables, caverns, cities, domiciles, locations. What does that do? 87. Strange. 29. Enormous. Okay, so where is the studio? Strange and enormous. So I reckon that means that it's at so today the studio is at the top of an abandoned tower, like radio tower, with a office at the top. At the top, not a office block, right? So at the top of this tower, everything's plugged in. The sound of excitement. It smells. Well, how does it smell? Tell me. Fragrant. Oh, nice. 19. Dry. A dry, fragrant smell. So dry, fragrant. I reckon. Chip is wearing their best cologne. Right. So we can smell Chip's cologne. We can smell Chip's cologne. That's probably not how you spell cologne, isn't it? That's more like colon E. I hope we can't spell is colon E. They're colon E. I reckon we can smell Chip's cologne because young people love to really splosh it on, right? And the crew of some incense sticks and stuff. So it's got trying to get rid of the smell of like abandoned tower. And anything else? Visions and dreams. I reckon you can hear the sound of like clunking machinery, the sound of a Chew-2 generator operating to make all the equipment work. And yeah, the TV show goes ahead. If you've ever seen Hack the Planet, the two hosts, very attractive, androgynous individuals with amazing makeup and amazing hair. Kind of like anime characters turned into human beings kind of look to them. And they're hyperactive and really kind of zoomy in and well, what happened the other day? Well, the other day they discovered at the Wonderland Technical Museum, the Wonderland Technical Extravaganza. It was all very exciting, and children were having a great time, weren't they? Yes. Woo! And then a group of our intrepid Juvegangers entered the back end of the complex. What did they discover? They discovered an evil scheme with cubicles of Juves trapped by an evil corporate overlord. Yes, it's pictures intertwined, and their delivery is amazing, and everyone is no doubt at home riveted to the screens. Yeah, and kind of go over and play the recordings. Right? So the question is, is the signal tracked? Question mark. Is the signal tracked before completion of the show? Question mark. So that's a question. We'll just go with unsure. 72. No. Okay, right. So cool. Right. Hello, Hershey. Thanks for the lark. Although we're wrapping up soon, I think. Getting close to the crescendo of fun. Is the signal tracked before the completion? No. The cops and FTC don't manage to track down the signal until it's completed. until it's completed, right? Oh, fiddlesticks, that's not supposed to be there. No, come down to here. So, no, the signal's not tracked. So the broadcast goes ahead, and it gets out, and the video is played across the airwaves of the data and the incident, right? And so, once again, the Jews return home. A job well done, and a evil corporate scheme uncovered. Another kind of thrust against the capitalist chaos of Night City. But in retrospect, Slip is no doubt tormented by peculiar dreams thanks to the strange machine scanning her brain. Fade, of course, is going to be tormented by the faces of the Jews that he couldn't save. As is Chip, they're going to be tormented by the faces of the Jews that they couldn't save. And no doubt that is going to have repercussions in the future, as no doubt I'm sure there'll be nibblings and parents and whatnot of the Jews that didn't make it, who will be no doubt upset and blaming them. Whilst at the same time there'll be Jews who are very grateful to them. And also Chip flatlined that Netrunner, so Chip's gonna be having a bad day, and they almost got killed. So for a 15-year-old, for a Saturday night out at the arcades, pretty heavy stuff. Fade got shot, so that was a new experience for Fade. And yeah, Slip really failed her leadership roles. For the character who is all about the leadership roles, she got pretty unlucky. And yeah, I think we'll see what happens next time. I'll write up those news articles so we can start getting that news sheet going. And I think our next adventure, I probably want it to focus on setting up the homestead and more focused on building community than getting, because I want to be able to use I want to get to use the Eco Raider a bit, and I want to use the Beastie a bit. So I want to get Oak and Charm to start doing their stuff, and we can start building out a wonderful post cyberpunk hellscape life in the country. So yeah, that's kind of the objective there. And location table. What have we got on tomorrow? It's tomorrow's Traveller. We're doing Traveller tomorrow. So we sci-fi expedition across the stars once again. If my memory serves me correctly, we're going to have to be smashing face in the strange recently discovered ruins, aren't we? That's what we're going to do. So that'll be fun. And yeah, just a brief one today. I always feel a bit tired on Mondays, but I do enjoy CyberGen. I think I should also reward the characters some experience points so we can improve some of their skills. So yeah, and I'll look at the plot path, right? Because where's the book? Here it is. So if you ever played Cyberpunk 2020, or even I think they've got the same thing for Cyberpunk Red. But if you think we look at running CyberGen, here it is, right? The plot path, right? Because in Cyberpunk you get a life path, which you kind of roll as you develop the character. In this, we've got the plot path, right? So what we do, kind of like I'll sit down. I mean, what you do is you go, so what's going to happen? Love strikes. Okay, so your new lover is, right, fellow Yoganger. Or Yogang rival, right? Okay, love strikes. What happens? A mysterious secret comes between them. Romeo and Juliet. You won them from a rival who won't go away. You broke up before, etc., etc., etc. Relationship levels and relationship outcomes. Because we're unlike in Cyberpunk, where we're dealing with 20, 30-year-olds who've had a life history of violence and supporting corporations do what they do. Here we've got kids who've been abandoned, but also we want to get out some of their skills. Family trouble, I think, is one that we're probably going to exploit, and I feel that's an interesting one. So yeah, there's some interesting stuff to get into through the plot path. So we'll faff about with that to create some expectations for our next adventure. I think one of the big things about the news articles is they allow kind of like B plots, right? B secondary plots to the adventures as opposed to just like the main adventure. I probably should have jumped in this kind of back and forth between the main characters and the secondary characters who are out and about. And that's something to pay attention to next time. Is there more that we could get out of secondary characters, or do we just narrow down and only take a few characters with us? So yeah, that's that. I'll probably rename the episode. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Hope you had fun. Whenever you see this, if you ever see this. Well, I mean, if you're here, you've definitely seen it. If you're hearing this, you've seen it. Some of it anyway. And it's been a pleasure. Have a great Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or whenever it is. Cool. So long. Have fun. Don't let the universe get you down.